Hi guys, good evening to everyone. As with every Wednesday, we are going to do our live coffee sessions with our distinguished guests. Every Wednesday for DeFi and crypto news per se. So this is Leslie here from DeFi Singapore, and great for you to join us. As with every time, every week, we always bring in the past week's news. And so this week itself, there are a few general news that we kind of thought that it would be good. Of course, there are a few main things that that's happening at this point of time. Today is the day where US actually votes for this president, and we'll cover that as well. Also, since that's one of the big major news in the world as well. So I would like to actually just go into a quick sharing of today's announcement of what the news is, and on over this week, yesterday, in Singapore itself, we're going to stop issuing $1,000 notes to reduce money laundering risk. We'll probably talk about this as well in a bit. And Thailand's banks is also delving into DeFi space as well. DBS actually announced in Singapore itself, but then they removed their announcement as well that they are going to come into the crypto exchange as well. And last but not least, of course, based on the current US votes that we are looking at, Biden seems to be winning, but I guess we'll have our guest speakers to come in and share more about this as well. Yes, with regards to the NFT and everything else, we are going to talk about it as well. So without further ado, I'm going to welcome my guest, Steve.
Hey,
our regular degenerate.
the regular degen, yeah.
Well.
With no sleep, by the way.
Yeah. He's been following the news on the US, so he can look at his whole face. It's like
36 hours without sleep now. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, sure. Next up, we have Danny. Yes, our official shit stirrer.
Hey. Hey.
And this week's special guest, we have Ken all the way from Philippines. Yay. So thank you for joining the show. Ika, thanks for always coming, and our loyal supporter. Thanks for coming in and showing your support. Do share the link. Do share and like our YouTube channel itself as per normal. Thanks, Simon, for joining us as well. Simon, you've got to come back to you only came on with us for one session. You got to come in again. Yeah. So let's talk about a bit more in terms of what's happening in the space. Of course, US seems to be the biggest hot topic at this point of time, right? But before US itself, I kind of asked my panelists itself: is there a correlation between US, the voting and every 4 years and Bitcoin's halving actually? So your thoughts? This is a shot in the dark. Is there any correlation in you guys actually have some form of insider information? Just I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? Ken, you want to try going first? Before that, Ken, can you just introduce yourself first? Yeah, sorry, I forgot about it. Yeah.
Sure. By the way, hi guys. Good evening to everyone. My name is Ken. I'm a blockchain and crypto a thinker and a doer, and working the different types of project in blockchain space. I'm the co-founder of Blockchain Network Philippines, a small agency, and we're a group of people working for freelance provides SEO fully 100% project that has blockchain ecosystem, such as we are part also such as Chainlink, Cosmos, Atoms, Status, Iris Network, and Anarchies. Personally, I raise this for Filipinos to bring mass adoption and on blockchain technology, and to educate them about different types of project in blockchain space. So that's it. Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Ken. Thanks for the introduction. I guess with Philippines, I know your biggest issue is the infrastructure there. The internet is not really good, and to our viewers, do forgive Ken if he sometimes drops off. Steve himself also just earlier also drop off. I don't know what's up with Europe as well. You shouldn't be having that issue, but that's not supposed to happen, right? Yeah. But Ken, thank you for joining us. Yeah. So I guess for us, we have projects as well that that needs an outreach in Philippines. Ken will be the man to go to. So back to our earlier topic right? So what are your thoughts, man? Steve, as in, is there a correlation between Bitcoin halving and
well, I wouldn't tie it to the halving so much, but I mean, there is no doubt that the Bitcoin in particular and the Dow Jones have been trading together quite a lot. And for me, last night in the middle of the night, which was probably like early morning for you, I don't remember exactly what time because I was up all night, but what I saw was that as a number of swing states in the U.S. began to show strong trend toward Trump, we immediately saw the Dow Jones flip to from negative to positive on the futures market, and at exactly the same time, we saw Bitcoin pumping to 14,000. And at exactly the same time, those were both happening. All the bookies were changing their projections from Biden to nearly 70% Trump win. So a complete flip on the voting. So all three things were happening at exactly the same time. So there's no coincidence. Now they've all pulled back a little bit. The Dow Jones right now, I'll just tell you guys because I track all that just to see what's going on. The Dow Jones right now has gone. Oh, okay, it's gone back plus again. It's this morning for me, which was about 5 hours ago. It had gone minus 100. So there was a little bit of a concern about whether Trump might win or not because of all the media hyping Biden and not actually giving the wins to the states where Trump seems to have won and holding off on Florida, holding off on Texas and what have you. But now it's back plus 153. So that's another indication that the market is leaning Trump again. So really fascinating. So certainly I don't know if I can correlate this to past elections because I didn't look at the Bitcoin Hillary Trump elections as closely, but it'd be interesting to go back and look at it now and see what it did. But I remember the Dow being down 800 points in the pre-market 4 years ago when it looked like Trump was going to win. And then when he did win, it suddenly rebounded the other way and went flying up, and it's never come back since. So Bitcoin, certainly, if you look at the trend, has done the same. So there's no doubt some sort of relationship between the U.S. elections and Bitcoin right now. If Biden wins, I dare say that Bitcoin would probably dump. So would the Dow, but it might be short term, it might be long term. I mean, given Biden's ideas around taxes and massive increases in taxes and locking down the country and killing the economy, those are just his policies. So I don't know what that's going to do, but it probably won't be good for either.
Yep.
And that's not me saying a political point of view in terms of my point of view. I'm just merely pointing out just from a trading perspective in terms of the statements he makes and how it's obviously having an impact on market. So yeah, that's my fundamental analysis of the industry. Yeah.
Dunstan?
Well, technically, I have my money on Trump, so I would assume that I would hope that he's gonna win. If not, I'm gonna lose some money. Yeah, I'm gonna lose some bitcoins if Trump. You better win, man. You know, we're gonna have to go on a Zoom call, man.
It seems like Biden is doing a same trick on like that he did with Hillary 4 years back, isn't it? Like the different states not registering the right votes and things like that. So yeah,
correct. So what I'm gonna just say is this: whether or not it's Trump or whether or not it's Biden, right? Both are not good for the world. Doesn't really matter. What you have is an asshole on one side, and the other one it could be a pedophile working with China. So
yeah,
Yeah, so it
The
doesn't
thief
matter
or an
who
asshole,
wins,
take your
man.
pick, right?
Yeah. So the whole world loses whoever wins. So
Yeah.
I guess the best to my crypto friends who are watching this right now is you know, take care of yourselves, take care of your family. If there's a need, get out of the United States. There will be a lot of violence going on in the next few days. Yeah, you never know, right? If
Yeah.
Trump wins, Biden might fight back with some weird. I don't know what he's gonna
Strategies and
do.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But
Yeah.
if Trump loses, Trump is gonna do the same shit anyway, right? So he's gonna fight back. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. Well,
Yeah.
there are also rumors of like a lot of like militia, private mercenary armies being activated. There are rumors of
You better wear the mask now, bro.
yeah, so I mean, there are so many rumors flying around here and there, right? So, but in the end, right, all these are gonna hit the market, right? And it's gonna be shitstorm for all the markets anyway. But
Mm.
my assumption when it comes to the market would also be the fact that I am still believing and hoping for an alt run in November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
was about to
that
ask you that. You're jumping
yeah,
the
man.
gun here, man.
Yeah. So
Hold it back.
let's
Hold it
just
back. Hold it
yeah.
back. Yeah. Hold
So
it back. At the
yeah.
end of the
So
session, we'll
let's
give the tips.
yeah. So let's just hope that Trump wins, so at least I have some BTC to have fun in November.
Simon is saying that Trump loses 25% of FTX.
Oh,
Is this a coin that's
yes, bro.
a,
It's a
a
coin.
DeFi coin? Gosh. Simon,
I've got
thanks,
something
man.
pretty. I've got something pretty funny that somebody sent me. Is there a way I can share my screen of an image?
You can. It's at the bottom. You can share the screen. You try?
Okay, and then do I get to choose what I'm sharing?
Yeah. You get to choose what you're sharing.
Okay, let's see if I can. Okay, I see. So let me just pick the application window.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is pretty funny. Can you guys see that?
Hold on. There you go.
Yeah.
Can you all see this? Yeah, that's quite good.
Yes.
So this is
Yes.
this is the full view of what Biden's trying to do, according to some of the people in the world of funny. So last night, you are here. Biden can still win Florida. Well, without Florida. Well, that's now we're moved down the chain here because now it's without Ohio. Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Michigan are still in play. He's already won with Minnesota. Can still win with late ballots. Well, that's pretty much what the game's been all along is, make everybody mail them in and see if they can pull it out somehow by doing that instead of playing it fair and square by voting in hand. And by doing that, you also end up with all these recounts and you end up with legal battles. So we're heading down that path. And whoever wrote this up is brilliant. I don't know who it is, but it's so hilarious.
And then right at the bottom, you have Harris.
Yeah, Harris can still win in 2024.
It's so stupid. It's so funny, man. Yeah. Thanks for sharing this, man.
Yeah, it's fun. It just came across, so I thought I'd share it.
Great work, man. Yeah. Okay. So back to our topic of crypto of the day itself. Ken, have you been observing what's the trend like in for the NFTs in the market in Philippines? Can you describe to us in terms of the environment in Philippines? Because you're so close to the ground with the community. Are they fired up for NFT and things like that?
The DeFi space here in the Philippines is very interesting when MetaMask are getting more and more users based on their articles, and we are so proud that Philippines are top 4 users on DeFi space by using MetaMask. People here are switching from centralized to decentralized, most especially the NFTs. They love the art. Yeah, so the artists, the local artists here in the Philippines, they are trying to send their arts in the crypto space, so that they can earn in extra. As we are still having this kind of pandemic issue, and then So when it comes in
Which-
NFTs, okay.
Which platform are you
So
using
when yeah,
for the
so
NFT?
uh, oh, here in the Philippines, I with my team, like we use status decentralized application, and then
Mm-hmm.
if in in when it comes in mobile, they are using MetaMask. So
Hmm.
the status decentralized application is connected to the MetaMask, and then you have your own non-custodial wallet. So the people here are connecting to one. It's like for uh, like example, they are trying to sell their arts to wearable
Okay.
and some other decentralized application. Yeah. So
Right. Right.
that's the most exciting part. Yeah, that's the most exciting part because the PPs are getting more and more adoption when it comes in blockchain technology, and
Hmm.
that's very interesting, to be honest. Yeah.
On on, on that note, Ken, we might have a project for you, so we'll take this offline. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds awesome. That you guys are actually actively in the space, dealing with the DeFi movement
Yes.
and with the NFT itself. So yes, based on this, our latest is even Thailand itself, right? The banks are actually delving into the DeFi space as well. Steve, you was mentioning to me the other day about IBM trying to get into DeFi as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
So what was that about, man? Yeah. Could you,
yeah, I was going to say because you've got a list of things you want to cover for today. I mean, here's my thing with IBM. So if you know my history, I've worked in IT consulting and in fintech for nearly 20 years, and I've watched IBM continuously, losing market share to Infosys, Cognizant, Wipro, TCS, Accenture. And what I find really amusing is this whole movement where they tried to get into the whole blockchain space by creating, you know, blockchain based applications that are corporate ones, which I always found amusing because I never really could see the value of trying to do a blockchain in a company because blockchain should be between companies, not within. So they never really understood it when they started. Now all of a sudden, they haven't really managed to, get any market share from doing that. I mean, it's just hype right now from what I can see. And to join into the hype bandwagon, they've become the IBM degens by now talking about their whole, DeFi service and blah blah blah. But actually, when you look at it, it's like, so do you actually understand any of this stuff, or you're just doing the typical consultant thing, putting lots of pretty graphics out there and saying, well, we know lots of stuff?
yeah.
And I just think it's another. I mean, it's good for us because they're promoting us, and we'll probably get all the business instead. So thank you, IBM.
True. True.
But I don't
Uh,
think they really have an understanding or grasp of blockchain or cryptocurrency or DeFi or NFT. I think they're just constantly.
So I think, yeah, I think Steve is just trying to say is that they are as scammy as you
Thank
can get.
you.
that's why the
Thank you.
mask came
Yes,
out.
yes, exactly. I need to get my own mask. I'll have to find one for next time. I really do need to get a mask.
Yeah. Cool. Ken, I will buy you a mask as well. So the next time when you're on, man, you can talk shit, basically. Yeah. You just change your name and just appear. Yeah. Dunstan has gone from the official Dunstan of the protocol to Danny the shit stirrer. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so when we saw Thailand's bank that actually mentions that they are delving into DeFi space as well. Any thoughts on that, Dunstan?
Okay, yeah. So I don't need to even figure out, and I know which bank it is. They've already started with their own central bank digital currencies anyway,
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
kind of don't need to give out too much information
Yeah.
regarding that. But the important thing is this: regulators, we all know that regulators are coming regarding DeFi, regarding anything about crypto. I do feel that all these all of us in the different DeFi associations, the DeFi organizations, all of us communities, all of us network, like, Ken is in the Philippines network. Steve, I don't know which network you're in now, because yeah. And obviously the monsoon has kept Steve off it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just lost him again.
yeah, so we just lost Steve. But what we are looking at is we are looking at a movement. Cryptocurrency had been a movement, and it should always be a movement. Also, it's not just about business. It's not just about earning. It's also about the movement, about the passion. So we should be moving forward, acting together as one, and talking to the regulators. Pushing back at what they are trying to impose onto us. Yeah, because in the end, right, our industry might grow bigger than the current finance industry right now, or it might be a mixture or hybrid between us and the finance the finance industry, and they are coming in, and we are also going into their space. Already, there are some crypto companies, right? They have gone from like nothing to become like a small little giant in the crypto space. For example, like Circle, for instance. Yeah, like even in the finance space. So while they enroach in ours, we should start enroaching in all their playing fields. The one thing that we need to understand is, as crypto companies, right, and as crypto people, we are a lot more innovative, and we are a lot more flexible than the finance industries and the regulators and so on.
But
We're
that's only
usually
because we are unregulated, right? Yeah.
It's big corporate too,
we
though.
are-
The
yeah.
minute you get to big corporate world, you suddenly have everything slows down. You have to get approvals for things. You have to get budget for things, and innovation just slows down massively. It's awful. That's why I left it, because I just couldn't innovate. It was like, I'm dying here. I need to be more degen than I am now.
No, I mean, you want to be big, right? It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Just have
Totally.
shit tons of crypto companies, small little crypto companies. At the end,
Ken,
you're big.
how's the space in in the crypto companies in Philippines? Because I know is Union Bank still very as supportive as to my last information that I have probably a year or 2 years ago. Are they still as supportive for the crypto companies in Philippines?
As of now, there's no crypto companies here in the Philippines like focus on building on device space, like purely 100% made by Filipinos. So yeah, so the Union Bank is also supporting us, but not totally like they're more supporting on cryptocurrencies, but not on other crypto or blockchain projects. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Understand. Okay. That's you were saying. Continue. Sorry, I was trying to interjecting a bit over here.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah. So that's it. So in the blockchain space here in the Philippines, they are more switching from their arts in the online to selling to blockchain space, and as well of those online gamers. Yeah, the online gamers, are more and more exciting about the blockchain space. They are here in the Philippines. The NFTs, centralized games like Axie and CryptoKitties, they're more user here in the Philippines, and looking forward for NRTX. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
It's so interesting how the demographics is so different in Philippines, because the acceptance for crypto is a lot more higher in my opinion than well, at least for Singapore. I mean, the people in Singapore, they're just maybe too comfortable for that. Where's my mask? So, yeah, yeah. So I guess that's the thing, right? I mean, they are so explorative. You guys in the Philippines have a greater acceptance for it as well. So I'm just finding this disparity in terms of having that that notion of different regions having different acceptance level, and like what Dustin has mentioned earlier, the crypto movement and things like that as well. Steve, in Europe itself, are there active communities that's as active as Southeast Asia?
Not even close.
Really?
No, the way I would characterize it is you have pockets of activity that's national and specific. Like, in London, there's a lot of people who are interested in crypto, and there are crypto projects. But when I compare the understanding or the knowledge when you get into the international context, they're really just very UK focused. And it's no disrespect. There are some people who are more multinational, but the vast majority, unless you're in some of those groups with me and you see the conversations, and we're laughing like, what the hell? Like, come on, guys, get into the 20th century of crypto. This is so silly. Things are just very, very country specific. And it's funny because I kind of toggle between country specific and then kind of just the global crypto community. And I always find that when I get to local stuff, it's a little frustrating because it's so insular or isolated. I mean, Poland has a really big crypto community, and I think it's a city called Poznan, which is like one of the more, like, they call it the crypto capital for Poland. And London, obviously, has quite a lot going on. Berlin has a lot going on. But it's all very country specific, and it's not really like there's a community across Europe where people are working on things. And the hype is not the same at all. It's very conservative or very hidden. I mean, I know a lot of people in Germany are really into crypto, but, then you're looking for German speaking groups, and I don't speak German, so wouldn't be very useful. But again, that's just, you end up isolating yourselves from the global picture by doing that. So I do find Europe is a little bit too scattered. I think America seems to have a lot more. I mean, Americans are far more interested as a country, but the regulations in the US are, of course, killing it so that people can't actually get involved the way they want to. So it's, and of course, Switzerland, of course, is another, big hub in terms of like crypto valley and that kind of stuff. So there's always tons of people that are really into it, but they're just all over the place. And I don't feel like there's a core community in Europe. Like, there's no WhatsApp groups I belong to that are, or Telegram groups that are European cross-country, cross-border type communities, like the ones that you and I are in, that are including, other people, other places, outside of it. So it's kind of a weird one. I've always found Europe a bit odd with crypto over the last 4 years that I've been in it.
Yeah. We are now joined with Adele. Adele is actually outside. She's taking a stroll. I don't know where she is, but
I'm
welcome,
here.
Adele. Nice to see you.
Hi.
I don't know if she's
Hello, Adele.
exercising or she's not, but
No,
it's
I'm
like
not.
an online thing. But yeah. So thanks for joining
I'm
us,
just gonna
Adele.
try and be here every week.
It's a shame you're wearing the blue Biden mask. You should be wearing the red Trump one today, no?
Aw. But I mean, according to predictions, he would win anyway, so he doesn't need.
Cool.
It doesn't matter what
Cool.
I wear. Like, he's just gonna make it happen,
Cool.
right?
Biden?
Trump? Yeah.
Are you opting for Biden or Trump?
said
Which
Trump.
one?
I heard November's Trumptober, so that's what I was told.
Oh yeah,
If
that's
they
right.
change, I'd be really happy. Hi, Ken.
Yeah. Yeah.
After Trump wins, we'll send you a red mask, okay?
But just like I'd take it in bitcoins.
She's smart now. She's getting smart now.
She's gonna
Every
get the
famous
satoshis, and that's about it. Actually, the cost
Yeah.
of the cost of sending you the satoshis is probably more than the satoshis you're gonna get.
Yeah.
No, isn't that bad? Excuse me
Yeah.
while I sell everything.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway, Adele, so we are actually discussing a few topics here in terms of
Yes.
having the NFT, how Ken's explaining to us in Philippines is actually such a huge acceptance, for the crypto side.
Right.
And obviously US is today is the day where they start counting votes, and Steve's haven't had enough sleep. You can look at his facial expressions. He's I think on his third caffeine injection basically.
Yeah, I'm on caffeine and what do you call it? Flow, because we're like sitting here having this call, so I'm like all energized. But no, I haven't slept. I mean, I skipped sleep and I kind of just stayed awake all night. The guy slept for like 2 hours, but
Yeah.
I'm all
Right.
I'm all on adrenaline right now.
And we were
Wow.
also saying we were also talking about like having like the recent news as well. There were a lot of regulations that came in. There were a lot of acts that like Singapore itself also had a recent amendment to the Payment Services Act. You see a lot of FIs coming in and things like that, and so it seems to me like the end of this year, the big boys are coming into the space, and what Dunstan has mentioned earlier, the encroachment is happening, and small companies to even is it a worrying sign, basically. So I really think this is a good topic for us to even talk about, specifically into like when these big boys are coming in, they are showing, through these media announcements. I'm sure these announcements did not come just like that. Like they have really taken their time. Maybe 2-3 years ago, they are really starting, strategies and even executions on their back end before even making those announcements. So I just wanted to hear from everyone's, perspective. Being in the industry, being in the community, how does this affect you guys? Yeah. Well, Ken, you want to try going first again as well? How does the community, respond to such, announcements when you see banks coming in, you see Thailand coming in, Singapore's mentioned. You have, well, actually Kopi and the other two, and OKX as well. In the last 1 week itself, there were news on the exchanges, being. China making moves on that as well. So in Philippines itself, is there an observation somewhere, that you think this is going to affect Philippines as well? Ken?
For me, those steps are for more on centralized one. They are not adopting like the 100% the blockchain algorithm, which is the open source or the decentralized. So they are more on private, mostly on the banks. They adapt the private algorithm in the crypto space. So yeah, that's that is we are not so like 100% more effective on that. So yeah, when the pandemic hit us, so the people here are trying to find another way to earn their money. So they try to do trades. They draw their art are selling on the NFTs. They are
Yeah.
trying to adopt the centralized games, and I guess that's very interesting here in the Philippines.
The
Even if we
NFT
are
and the
the
Sorry, Ken. So
yes,
the NFT is actually a very it's an awesome market for you guys because it's like you just found an
yes,
additional source of income for you guys, isn't it? It's like
yes,
they created this
yes,
whole brand new market that was never there before in the first place, and suddenly you guys are able to
yes,
start, having that. And Philippines, for my very poor understanding, you guys have very good graphic designers and artists, and basically you
yes,
guys are
yes,
just using that platform for it, isn't it? So,
yes,
which is really cool from a
yes,
crypto centric perspective from the community itself. We are very happy that is actually supporting the average man on the street, in Philippines, to start selling in Ether itself as well. So it's like
yes,
a
that's
main
correct.
currency, isn't it? Yeah. Steve, your thoughts on this? The big boys and the small communities, with the recent announcements, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, actually, I wanted to ask Ken a question. Ken, what kinds of NFTs in particular are selling? Like any particular style of animals, people, cartoon characters, Bitcoin, not Bitcoin? I was just curious to know what's popular.
Um, Mostly their art, like what do you call this? Like a cartoon sign or animated figures, and some are the for some like the weapons of the NFTs and
Okay.
sometimes the cards, yeah, the cards they are very you know, they love arts, and then they love games, yeah. So that's
What's
the
the what's the what's the? I mean, is there a name that I can find on Rarible now that is popular in Philippines?
mm, the Rarible. That's the
Yeah,
platform
on
that they are
Rarible, which
using,
one?
and some are yeah, I guess particularly 100% that I'm sure that the name of the project, but mostly they are yeah, like, hey Ken, can you like this one? Yeah. So like the most of the communities are doing that kind of stuff and selling their arts, the yeah. So and then some of them are like they don't want to trade, so they want to earn like um, APY as a single amount, and then they put into the decentralized application, like example like Ivy, and then
All right.
they just want to earn an extra money, yeah, because we're still having difficulties here in the Philippines because of this pandemic. So
Mm, mm, mm. Adele, just for your information, do you understand what NFTs is in the first place? I mean, I hope you don't get lost over here. Yeah,
I mean, I wait a minute. I forgot what it stands for.
it's
Non,
non-fungible tokens.
yeah.
Yeah,
non-fungible tokens.
Meaning
yeah,
they're not tradable. They're collectible items.
yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna share
Yes,
my
correct.
screen now. Just to help you understand it a bit better.
Right.
Um, hold on. And so this is where they start selling the art. So well,
Lucky
I
Stick
was
Man.
sticky man. Here you go. Stick the man is still at 100. 1,000 is too much for them for people.
1,000 stick mans. That's too many sticks.
That's
You
You
why
might
we
as well
just
do
make
get
it.
this
one.
is what we
Might as well
talked
make an
about,
Ant
right?
Man.
Yeah,
I'm
Ant
supposed
Man.
to
Yeah.
like draw
yeah,
some stuff up there.
yeah. So that's the NFT that they're talking about.
Ugh, hate them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to list something.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I still don't understand it. Not sure
mhm.
why we're still talking
That's the
about it
funny thing.
two
You
weeks
don't have
later.
to understand it. You just sell it.
Yeah, so from Ken's
Yes, that's
perspective,
correct.
right,
Yeah.
the Philippines itself is a marketplace, meaning if you have
Crazy man.
a beautiful piece of art, you could actually put it up for sale and people would just buy it. Don't ask me why people will buy
Yes.
it because
Right.
it's just a community effort, like what Ken mentioned. People are just being
Yes.
degenerative about
Yeah.
it. Or
Yes.
well, soon to happen is going to be U generation tokens NFT that's going to happen, right? So that's the next thing that's going to happen. But in your opinion, the NFTs itself, yeah, now do you have a much better understanding in terms of what this is? Yeah.
I mean, I think for me, my relationship with NFTs will never be solidified until I make like at least 100K off. I mean, come on. Like we've been talking about this for 2 weeks, right? And well, for me, it's been 2 weeks since
Mm,
you guys introduced this really crazy idea
yeah.
of a stick man being worth more than my selfie to me. Well, actually, not me. Steve's selfie to me. Um,
Don't drag me into this. I'm just a regular DJ. I'm not the shit stirrer.
You're not the shit stir. That's true,
Yeah.
but he didn't volunteer his selfie.
Did I volunteer my selfie?
I think
We
so.
had a conversation. We
Oh
had a
no, what was I?
conversation.
I must have been like having coffee at the time. I don't remember.
You were actually. You actually were. You left to make
Yeah.
coffee and then you came back.
Oh,
And you're like, you can sell your picture. I'm like, but what if my picture is worth less than that ugly stick man? Then
oh
like
yeah,
some
that's
pick
true.
and
We did
sell.
talk
But
about that. Yeah,
we did talk about that.
yeah.
So
Well,
like,
Adele, you just did a photo shoot for if I'm not mistaken, so you can always
I
use
did.
that
Yeah,
as
yeah,
your
yeah.
first. Yeah.
No, I
Uh,
probably even with my photo shoot,
yeah.
that is being blown up and like and probably framed and put as a commercial right now, it's not gonna be. I feel like it's not worth as much as some of the NFTs out there. So I
You
haven't
never
repped
know. You
my.
can always ask Ken to help you support and say, "Hey, Ken, can you help me sell my NFT?" You never know, right? Yeah.
I think
Ken's
I need
smiling already.
more. I need more of a troll element to it. But you know what, Ken? Like, let's talk about it for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you just make
I
the
think-
cards and we'll be the trolls. How's that?
No, I think like I would love to be I would love for you to be the card and I to be the troll. I would love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be the cut. You're control.
Oh right.
As long as I get my cut, I don't really care which one I am.
Yeah,
But you see,
you
that's
can
what
buy my NFT
concerns
and then
me.
edit it, like draw stupid shit on my face, make me look like Trump or Biden. I don't care, but just buy my NFT. So do whatever
I
you
was-
want with.
I'm sorry, Dunny. I was thinking Mr. Hanky, actually.
Ah, okay, that helps actually. You can rub him all over the face, right?
But you see, that's what really concerns me is that like even like all over the world we're talking about crypto being bringing people closer to, like, that's my understanding, right? That's my very layman understanding. Crypto bringing people closer to barter trading, crypto bringing people to more honest like financial freedom. And then you have trolls being like, yeah, let's just make money, let's just make NFTs expensive, let's just make stickman worth a lot of money. I'm like, how are you guys helping me to like support this idea that we are trying to liberate people from the capitalist system? So I'm going from corporate assholes to just assholes who want to be assholes for the sake of being assholes. Like, how do I reconcile that?
You don't.
I was gonna say you don't, but I think Dunny beat me to it.
No man,
Chat-
like, help me out. Like, what makes I know that an asshole in a Marvel t-shirt is better than an asshole in a suit, but I don't have the reasons for it. I need Dunstan to explain that. Why is an asshole in a Marvel
Well, it depends
t-shirt
who the asshole in the
better
suit is, right? If the asshole in the
Yeah,
suit
well,
is Buterin,
it's
with
then it might
pretty
be
orange
worth
with
something.
orange hair? An asshole
Yeah.
in a suit with orange hair. Why
Bart
is the
Simpson?
asshole in Marvel t-shirt? You know who I'm talking about. Like,
yeah. Well,
yeah.
the fact is, most people say I'm a bit too honest. I just say things.
Put your
as
mask on.
it
Put your
is.
mask on.
And sometimes I have to say things that I have to do this or
Okay. Right.
Yeah. Anyway,
So this
back to
is-
the topic, guys. So,
was there a
we kind of
topic?
got wheeling. Yeah, there was a. We were asking about I was asking you guys about your opinions on the big, the big companies coming in, expressing in the last quarter of this year, wanting to encroach onto the space. And then, Dunstan was already talking about it earlier in the beginning of the show. We need to left with Dunstan. Dunstan, your thoughts on this? Yeah.
Well, they are already in. So what I'm just saying is, the industry needs to band together. Actually, we are more like tribal tribes, like scrambling each other, saying, you're a scammer, you suck, everyone sucks. So yeah. So at the end, that's not gonna get things done, man. So what I'm saying is, let's start this coming new year, right after this awesome, interesting COVID year, that accelerated all the cryptocurrencies, accelerated the need to just be for lack of a better word, the need to push forward digital expansions, the use of the use of digital payments, peer-to-peer payments, and so on. The crypto people should be banding together already.
Yeah.
Let's not be at each other's throats unless the person is that 100% the person is a scammer. Then let's all band together and get the scammer out of our communities, man. We should start protecting our communities, our local communities. We should start protecting each other's companies. We should gather and talk to the regulators. If the regulators make some regulations that are disgustingly restrictive to us, and it's not helpful for innovation and so on, then we band together locally and like maybe Southeast Asia or internationally. We all come together and speak to the regulators and tell them, if you want to regulate us, you better show us your level of accountability. If the accountability is only to the financial institutions, then what the fuck are you here trying to regulate us and telling the people and telling us that you're here to clean up the space, you are here to protect us and to help everyone? I mean, that's a whole new level of hypocrisy and bullshit. So so it's for us to show them that they are hypocritical, and it's a whole new level of bullshit. So yeah, but if we don't band together and do it, it's just a couple of us doing that, then nothing is going to get done. If one of us says it, nothing is going to get done. If 10 of us or 100 of us, nothing is going to get done. But there are 6 to 12 million crypto people active out there. What if we all said something?
So then my question is how, I mean, because Dunstan, you're in the space. You guys are all in the space. But how does just like a crypto enthusiast, or somebody who is just, occasionally looking at the market, trying to get a piece, how do people like me do what you're saying? How do we have a voice?
I mean, you can join us because the same thing is this. The community, the crypto community, the traders, the people who own tokens are also part of the crypto community. They are not separate from leaders of the projects and all those things. And many of the leaders of the projects might not even know much. I mean, they know how to code some tech, if they know, or they took some tech from somewhere and do whatever shit they want to do. But what I'm saying is, we are all, including the layman, we are all part of that community, because at the end, right, cryptocurrencies, well, all the initial idea of cryptocurrencies is really to empower the people and to give them financial sovereignty. So, but if the layman is not gonna fight this fight together with us, in the end, they are not gonna have any financial sovereignty.
Yeah, I see Ken nodding his head to having this. It seems like that's a topic that's stuck to your heart. You want to comment on this? We just lost Steve again. The tornado is really affecting the internet quite badly. Yeah, but Ken, please go ahead.
Can you repeat your question?
Yeah. So I see you nodding your head when Dunstan was talking about. Yeah, when I saw Dunstan talking about, when you heard him talking about the sovereign unity, coming together, helping the people from a community perspective. I see you nodding your head, you're smiling away. So I was just wondering, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so the community itself, I'm trying to educate them to support the project and not just talking shit on the project, because yeah, uh, yeah, because they are more matured right now, uh, rather than the past years, because the communities itself um, are not just talking about the price. They are also looking for the use case, uh, the team, and the purpose of the project. So that's the community wants, and there are I'm asking them to support and not just to bash the the project if the price goes down. So that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking to them.
I mean,
Yeah. So I educate them to
yeah, I think that's what Dunstan has mentioned
yeah, educate
earlier
them
in terms of banding together, coming together, and things like that. Yeah. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we are very happy that I mean, thank you, Ken, for being the voice in Philippines, I think this is a call to unite together, as what Pang Yao Tian has mentioned. So I guess this is when regionally we can actually come and support each other on this, um, and that sovereignty that that Dunstan was talking about would matter a lot on this. So I hope that answers Adele's question in terms of how do you all come together, because Ken's representing the Philippines community, and Ken's in Philippines itself there's a greater acceptance for crypto. They are using crypto to even do use it as a marketplace to sell and do things like that. So Adele, in Singapore itself, we are still very not so in terms of adoption wise. But we're not treating it the way it's supposed to be treating it, in my opinion.
No.
So yeah, we're coming to the end of the. So we're coming to the end of the. Okay. You got another question? Okay,
another quick question So like last week, I was at a bar and I said I had to leave early because I had to do this live stream, and the owner was like, "Oh, I accept bitcoins," and this is a bar on like near Bugis.
Haji Land.
Yeah, Haji. No, not Haji area, like just opposite of Bugis. And I was really surprised. So then my next question, following up from what Ken said, is how does somebody who is completely new to the space but interested enough, so anybody can go on to any of the platforms, sign up for an account, and start buying and selling bitcoins. But if they want to have a voice, support projects, what are some of the ways that you guys? Because there's so many scams out there. How do we make sure that people who want to get involved in the space, want to support a project, where should they go? What's your first tip? What's like your first 3 tips?
Yeah, the first step is they need to join us. They need to follow our our Facebook page, so that and then our friends.
Which one is
It's
that?
like more. Yeah, the blockchain network Philippines. Yeah, so they if there's something like a fishy a project, like there's no use case, there's no proper implementation, and they asking like, guys, please spread this word, and this project is not so good. So the words of mouth, and then just one click, and then boom. Actually, here in the Philippines, we are trying to implement the QR code. Yeah, so that there's no for the QR codes for payments, for digital identity. Yeah, but I'm not 100% good for that, because we don't know if our identity is safe, our data is safe. Yeah, so that's what I'm or yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say to you. So I hope I answer your question again. So if you have any questions, then
But let's say like any person in the world, Singaporean or wherever this person might be, and they're like, I want to be part of this crypto global, community, and I have between 300 US to like, I don't know, 800 US to spare. Where should this person go? Or should we, like right now, international, we can like you guys can actually set up a global group where people can come in and get legitimate information, because as you said, there's so many scams out there. You don't want people to be throwing $300 $600 USD into a scam, when that same amount of money could go to supporting a good project. I mean,
I think Adele, you've raised a very good question, and
Where
it's
do we
really a
go?
process. It's really a process, to be honest, because it took you some time as well to find out who are the legitimate players as well. And now that
We
you
ended
know
up
who they
here.
are, just remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channels, man.
But
Right,
I
Ken's
found you
channel
guys.
and all.
But what
Yeah.
about the people who haven't? How do we tell them to
Well,
come?
unfortunately, this
Many-
is
many
all
of them
by
haven't,
word
yeah.
of mouth. Yeah, unfortunately, just
Yeah.
word of mouth. If not, you
Right.
can buy Steve's book, or you can go to Dunstan's, book as well. I mean, these are there,
True.
and
True
we
that.
are all just fighting for that content. That's in the space. I don't think it's going to be an easy answer to this.
No.
It's just
Yeah.
everyone doing their own due diligence, and as long as we support each other, like now Ken is supporting our channel, and he's being present. That's, to me, is already a form of support, because he himself would have already gone through the process of due diligence of assessing who we are in the first place. He didn't come here on the first day where we banded together on the YouTube channel and just say, hey, Leslie, I want to be on your channel. It's not like that. I had to go and pursue him. You ask Ken. I think this is like it took me 6 weeks just to get him to be on today, because of our schedules and things like that, right? So I really appreciate when like-minded people, community members, who really want to support the space, coming together and being on the channel. So this is what a community is supposed to be. It's all word of mouth and things like that, and we can only do it via through our own minuscule effort from here. But remember what Dunstan said. If you have like 10,000 people, coming together, then it's different. One person is not going to make a difference. So it's really a concerted effort on this. So I hope that helps to answer the question. I do have one last question, actually, to be honest, because this is the key question of every month. To our dear Dunstan as well. He has mentioned on his Facebook channel or his Facebook page that it's going to be an alt-Vember, right? So this is tips time. Yes. Sorry?
I thought I said that it's going to be Trump-Vember, but yeah.
Trump-Vember, you did.
Yeah. We haven't decided on what December is going to be yet, though.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it could be Trump-Vember, but like Biden's December or something like that. Biden-Vember or what?
But you did mention that you wanted to know, right? Yeah, but bro, you mentioned that you wanted to call it alt-Vember, remember?
Yeah,
I saw that. So can you share some tips? Yeah.
Yeah, but
I got an idea. I got an idea for you guys. We should keep it with Trump-Vember, and then December has to be called Degenber.
Okay, you heard it here first by Steve that December is going to be called Degenerable. Right. But I wanted to hear, for the viewers who are watching in, Dunstan, what do you thought of saying all?
Okay, so I think,
I ready to go to 15K. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't think it'll go to 15K, but as for the alts, I still believe that it's gonna be an alt. It's gonna be alt season in November. I might be disgustingly wrong on this, but doesn't matter. But what I still believe
it could be a 1 day. It could be a 1 day rally. You never know.
No. If it's gonna be a season, it should at least be like a week or something like that. Yeah,
but is this dependent on Trump's whether he's going to win tomorrow or not? Is it dependent on that?
No, it's a separate ball game altogether. But here for the crypto community, we have a unique situation. So this is me speaking out to the crypto community and people who actually want to help crypto companies, cryptocurrencies, owners of crypto companies, owners of network like Ken and so on, owners of crypto associations and such. The FATF, they are looking for information regarding how to regulate the DeFi space. We will be having a panel with them. So here we are. Leslie will put the link up. We are inviting the community. We are inviting the crypto people. We are inviting the crypto leaders. Scammers, if I see you in, we'll kick you out from the panel. We know who you are, or people that we don't know, most probably they'll be kicked out anyway. So but you are all invited to participate in this discussion at FATF. Be the voice for the crypto community. Be the solid voice and show them that we are committed, and that it's time for them not to push us around. If they want to regulate our space, they better do it with our blessings. Actually, they don't do it and we have regulated you, so therefore you need to follow this. This is why
without even having an understanding of what the space is, basically. Yep. Yeah.
I mean, that's it, right? If not, at the end of the day, right, they're gonna just give all sort of preference to the banks, the financial institutes. And if you're a
Yeah.
crypto person, you want that to happen, carry on showing apathy. But if you don't want
Yeah.
that to happen, right, please come on this panel. The link will be there. Represent the space and show them that we will give you information. We will speak to you openly, but then you're better listen and don't just after that come out with your own shit.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
decided that we kind of want to regulate this way, because
Mm.
if that happens, then let's
Okay.
have another roundtable, another panel again, and ask them what the
Mm.
fuck did they just do after listening to us.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for sharing that, Dunstan. So that the call for to band together is here already. Ken, I'll forward that link to you as well. You can reach it out to
Sure.
your community as well. It is a call to band together. So
Yeah.
let's just try to get as many of our crypto networks to come together on this. With that, we've got to end the session today. So everything else just weighs on whether Trump's going to win tomorrow,
Today,
right? So
tomorrow,
everyone's just
next week,
yeah,
whenever it is. Yeah.
yeah. Everyone's shaking heads. Everyone's just watching the markets and this. On that note itself, if you do not know a fun fact, Bitcoin's birthday was actually on the 31st of November. I know, sorry,
It
31st of
figures.
October. Yeah, sorry. So
Trumpember.
happy
It
birthday.
figures that Bitcoin is a Scorpio.
Yeah. Bitcoin, happy birthday to Bitcoin.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, so
brilliant.
everyone's happy, on this. It was created on the 31st of October. Yeah, right. So fun fact for
Oh.
everyone. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Adele, why are you going like, oh? Yeah.
This is
It's
so
like
cute.
my-
It's like a fucking Scorpio. Like Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's like my favorite. It's like my favorite.
Sign?
Event of the year. The
Oh.
favorite event of the year. There should be a 14th sign. The 14th sign should be Bitcoin, right? I mean, they thought that there were there were 13 signs, right? There was a snake has a 13th sign, so yeah. Bitcoin will be the 14th sign, man, the 14th horoscope sign.
So we don't have a name for December yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Steve,
I ask you
Steve
next
just
week.
mentioned to you already.
Come
Yeah.
back next week for the name.
I thought we were
for
going to
the
call it.
prediction for December.
December.
I thought we were going with Degenber. Yeah.
December.
There you go.
Man, that doesn't help me. When am I gonna see my Bitcoins again?
Yeah, you
Chinese
sold it.
New Adele.
I
It's after the Chinese New Year, Adele. That's when Bitcoin pumps again.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, that's always the case in terms of trend.
After
So
Chinese New Year, okay.
if you look at the
Right.
screen,
Correct.
you guys can watch my screen, right? This
Right.
is the price that I think was shared by some of the. I got it somewhere on one of the social media networks.
Wow.
So happy birthday, Bitcoin! Yeah. So for you guys, if you're watching this,
Scorpio.
well, Bitcoin is king, no matter how
Scorpio. Yeah.
a bunch of maximalists over here. Ken, thank you for joining us. I guess
Wow.
Philippines, in Philippines, you guys also really believe in Bitcoin as well. So it's
Yes,
always a pleasure to have you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken, you're saying something?
Yeah. So the crypto communities here in the Philippines are trying to support whatever it is. Like if it's DeFi space, NFTs, games, whatever it takes. So it's very interesting. Like here in the Philippines, they're more and more supporting this kind of project. So if someone want to join us, the first step is they will to hop into our page, to join our private page. Our private groups, because we have private groups and we have public groups. So if you are beginners, you are go here. We disagree each and everyone. If you are developers, you will go here. If you want to trade, go here. If you have high intelligence when it comes in blockchain, or if you are developers, you are go here. So that's what
Yeah,
that's
you're
what we
doing.
did. So
Yeah,
So
Ken, you're
we
doing good work, man. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, we really
Awesome.
appreciate it. Why don't you just why don't you stay after this as I end of the show? We do have some interesting things to talk to you about. Anyway, so
Sure.
yeah. On that note, guys, for the viewers, thank you for joining us on every Wednesday. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Our channel. So for some reason, I typed it wrongly. Yeah. So please do, and I'll see you next week on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Singapore timing again. So if you guys want to join us in the channel, please just send a message to DeFi Singapore. Let me just type this quickly.
It's gonna be a new world when we meet again next week when the election results are out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world will burn, man.
So
Yeah.
anyone of you who wants to come in and join the show as well, please write into DeFi Singapore as well. I'll try to slot you in for every Wednesday. I'm already tied up for the next 2 weeks. So we would be looking for more coffee, people to join us for coffee in the second half of November itself. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys again next week. Thank you.
Cool.
Bye, everybody.
You. Bye bye.